It's 5:30, so we'll call to order this meeting for Monday, August 17th. Carl, give me a roll call, please.
On advice of legal counsel, please respond with present. Councilmember Remley.
Present.
Hey!
Ronayne.
Present.
Lunsman.
Present.
Rife.
Present.
Johnson.
Present.
Reinbold.
Present.
Langer.
Present.
Rux.
Present.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Present. Please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll ask for a motion to approve last week's minutes for the meeting of August 10th.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Rux and a second from Councilman Lunsman. Carl, give me a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Remley.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Rife.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Langer.
Aye.
Rux.
Aye.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Aye, motion does carry. We'll start off this evening's meeting with an official proclamation. I'd like to thank Councilman Rife for making the recommendation that we do this. We like to honor the police of our community, and this year we will not be having a national night out, considering all circumstances. So the next best thing, I guess, is a proclamation as far as things that we can do in a city council meeting. So, official proclamation from the City of Aberdeen. Whereas the sworn officers of the Aberdeen Police Department play a vital role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of all Aberdeen citizens and visitors, and whereas officers of the Aberdeen Police Department show up every day ready and willing to risk their own lives to save the lives of others and to protect our families, neighborhoods, and businesses, and whereas Aberdeen police officers stand as leaders educating the Aberdeen region about the importance of public safety and are committed to the continuing training, skill enhancement, and interagency coordination to achieve and foster peace, and whereas the community of Aberdeen deeply appreciates the extraordinary efforts and daily sacrifices made by its police officers and their family members to protect our schools, workplaces, roadways, and homes, and whereas acts of kindness and appreciations from our citizens provide needed encouragement and support to these brave men and women of the Aberdeen Police Department as they confront the dangerous and uncertain situations on duty every day. Now, therefore, be it resolved, I, Travis Schoeneman, Mayor of Aberdeen, South Dakota, do proclaim Friday, August 28th, 2020 as Aberdeen Police Officer Appreciation Day. I encourage the citizens of Aberdeen to take time out of their day to say thank you for the dedication to our community and to do something special to show Aberdeen police officers and their families how much we value their service and protection to our city, state, and county. So, gentlemen, appreciate you guys coming in here today. I'll save this for I'll pass it along to the Dave, the chief, after the meeting here tonight. So, once again, thank you guys for your service, and thanks for coming to join us in the meeting here tonight. No one signed up for our open forum, so we'll move along to old business. We have one single item of old business, ordinance 200802, providing for the issuance and sale of economic development refunding revenue bonds, series 2020, in an amount not to exceed $2,565,000 on behalf of Presentation College. This will be the second reading. Carl, anything new with this?
No changes since last week, Mayor.
Move to approve. Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Ronayne and a second from Councilman Rife. Does anyone have any questions or comments on this? Otherwise, Carl, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Rux.
Aye.
Langer.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Rife.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Remley.
Aye.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got two items of our consent calendar, routine city business. Can I get a motion to approve these two consent calendar items?
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Johnson and a second from Councilman Reinbold. Carl, roll call vote.
Councilmember Remley.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Rife.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Langer.
Aye.
Rux.
Aye.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Aye, motion does carry. We'll move along to our new business. We first got a recommendation on bids for roadway de-icing salt 2020 and 2021. Possible approval to award the bid to Blackstrap Incorporated in the amount of $164,500 for 2,000 tons of de-icing salt at $82.25 per ton, as well as to authorize the city manager and finance officer to sign those documents. Robin, you're here to tell us about that salt agreement.
We took bids last week. Bottom line is, it is a little more expensive than the DOT's bid. I did talk with them about the possibility, even though I knew what the answer was going to be. I did ask them about the possibility of allowing us to buy out the state bid. They're able to do things off-season for the DOT. Ours is a little more on-demand. We don't have enough storage, and that's something that the city manager and I have talked about. That if we want to get more attractive prices, we need to get more storage on hand. But we are satisfied. We had a pretty good competition, as you can see by the bid tabulation. Last year there wasn't much competition, and we were concerned that we were just getting taken. This time around, we're satisfied that the competition was fair, and we recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Rux and a second from Councilman Johnson. So a question for you then, Robin, about what sort of a savings in terms of percentage or dollar amount would you see if you could take this supply on off-season?
Right now, we're probably paying about a $4 to $4.50 per ton premium. So if you take a look at that, you're going to be in that
$10,000.
$10,000 range. The other thing is, with the storage, additional storage, it would allow us to do our operations a little bit differently. We get into certain times after some heavy snows or early in the year where we've had a lot of iced streets before we really get into the snow season. They're not able to deliver as fast as we're using it. We start getting real nervous, and we start maybe not using as much as we probably would think we should.
How much can we store now? How many
We're
tons?
storing in the neighborhood of 750 tons, so just under half of what we need. We need to double our storage to be comfortable.
And where would you build a possible storage facility for it? Because your Third Avenue yards are pretty crowded already.
We would have, with the current operation, we would have to take one of our storage piles of gravel or something and move that to our other location off of Melgard Road. Bottom line is that we still have some soul searching to do for long term, how we want to do things. Something that city manager's looking at with us in updating our facilities. So.
Thank you, Carl. Roll call vote.
Councilmember Remley,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Rife,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Rux,
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got payment number 1, the City Hall roof replacement, Grote Roofing Incorporated, the amount of $18,234. Possible approval of this payment to Grote to work on City Hall roof replacement project.
This is for materials only. The contractor did start last Friday working on removing some of the gravel materials from the roof. They will remove the entire roof sometime this week, we hope, and it looks like it's going to be dry, which is probably the appropriate time to do that. And then they figure it's a couple-week project, so we need the weather to cooperate if we start removing entire sections of the roof. But right now, this is for the materials only, so they can get moving.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Ronayne and a second from Councilman Lunsman. Does anyone have any questions for Robin while he's up at the podium?
During the remodel, what was that, 2014, on the inside of this building, none of the roof was updated at that time. Is that
That's
accurate?
correct, and that was because the roof was about halfway through its life cycle at that point, and so we decided it was probably not the time to replace it at that point. 2020 hindsight, it sure would have been nice. We wouldn't have had water running in on desks.
Okay.
Carl, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Rux,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Rife,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Ronayne, Remley,
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got our approval of the bill list for August 17th, 2020. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Rux and a second from Councilman Johnson. Carl, would you give me a roll call vote to pay these bills, please?
Councilmember Remley,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Abstain.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Rife,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Rux,
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got our payroll approval for the pay period of August 2nd through August 15th, 2020, and for the city's share of Social Security, old age, survivors insurance, retirement, health, and life insurance. Can I get a motion, please?
Moved. Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Lunsman and a second from Councilman Rife. Does anyone have any questions on payroll? Otherwise, Carl, give me a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Rux,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Rife,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Remley,
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Joe, have you got anything for us for a city manager's report?
Just a couple of things here, since we've been talking about the budget. You've probably heard from me enough today, but a couple of things. Last week, well, really for a couple weeks, I've been doing my visits with our educational entities and several just other community folks around. This week, I'm doing some more. It's slowed down a little bit. That's good. We were scheduling those, but establishing some really good relationships, learning about things we're doing here, and how to partner with things in the future. But really the bottom line is there's a lot of good folks doing a lot of great things in this community. And it's not just about the city organization, it's about all the folks in the community. And this is just really, truly a great place to live, and just how excited people are to tell you their story. It's just been really, really interesting to me, and kind of provides a little sideline besides all the things I'm learning here in the departments. Just really learning about the community is great. So, another thing that happened, a vacancy occurred. The fire chief retired right before I arrived. I had just hired a replacement chief for a retiring chief in Dickinson before I left, so I went a little slow into this one because I was tired of replacing fire chiefs, and also it's tough to come in and make a decision. But we have 4 very good internal candidates, and I'm finalizing an offer at this time. I'll issue a statement here in the next couple days where we're heading with that, but you will have to confirm that appointment. We will do that next week at this meeting. We'll have that set up, and then immediately afterwards we'll do kind of a pinning after that, and then it will become official. So we are moving forward, and I think any of the choices we had in our department were good. I'm comforted in working with them in the last few months that we have a real good team over there, and they're doing a great job, and I think they'll continue to work together as a team, and I'm excited about that. And then this one actually came from Jordan in the finance office. He really wanted me to share this with you, so I'm disappointed that he left. But a few weeks ago, you declared some vehicles surplus. I think one of those was a police vehicle. We talked about that a little bit. It's 9 years old and has 155,000 miles on it. So it got used up pretty quick, and that's what police vehicles do. The rest of them are vehicles that ended up in the police impound yard for a variety of reasons. And quite frankly, most of them are not in good condition. Parts vehicles at best for most of them. So they are on, the bids close tomorrow at 3, I believe is the case, 3 o'clock. So if any members of the public are interested in that, they're near just north of the Civic Arena at 201 2nd Avenue Southeast. And then if you're interested, you bring your bid to the finance office at City Hall again by 3 o'clock tomorrow. So exciting news from the finance office, and that's all I have.
All right, before we wrap, I'd like to wish our city attorney, Ron Wigger, a happy birthday. And Rux, what have you got for us?
2 things. I hate to keep bringing up, like, I know we've had some stuff on Dakota Street, but they did the striping up by Holgate. It has a turn lane, and then it goes from just dashed. But there is no lines to go transition to the turn lane. All of a sudden it's just dash, crosswalk, and then your turning lane, it goes to a 3 lane.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's something that, like I say, I saw a lot of people just all of a sudden they're driving, just abruptly moving into the turn lane and stuff like that. I don't know because normally when you see things on the road, it's, they sort of have the lines kind of go a
We
little
should
bit.
take a look at that. Part of that was, they did that with a permanent pavement marking. So they were trying to stay without going into angles and stuff, but we'll take a look at that and see if there needs to be something to transition people out of that angle.
Or into, depending on which way you're going.
Yeah.
The second thing is, and I don't know if we had this, of course, we have the police officer appreciation, which I was surprised is a day, but, it's important. They're important, but there is another group, I don't know if that is also involved in, especially National Night Out, and that's our firefighters and paramedics. If we want to do something for them on a proclamation, not the same day because our officers deserve their own day, but if we'd want to bring that forward in the next meeting or two, a proclamation for our firefighters and paramedics,
It's a good idea, Clint.
honoring them as well. So,
Thank you very much. And with that, I will take a motion to adjourn.
so moved.
Second.
Motion from Councilman Rux and a second from Councilman Lunsman. Carl, last roll call vote of the night.
Councilmember Remley,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Rife,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Rux,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye. Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you very